Get in here, low rider.
Like we're live on the YouTube. And then we're live on Facebook.
We're live. I like when we're live. Low rider, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Did you have a productive evening last night?
I did.
What'd you do?
Dinner,
What'd you cook? Noodles?
chicken Alfredo. Chicken and shrimp Alfredo.
You know how to cook chicken Alfredo?
I mean, at least I would hope. I think I do.
You know how to cook? Hello, Shawan. What's up, Corey Calvin? How are you doing, my man? Who would like to go flying? Would you fly with Corey Calvin?
Absolutely.
Would you? Tammy Burton, hello. Hey, if you're on here, do me a favor. Like, comment, and share the stream. Let me know if you're on here. Hello. Give me a wave. I see some of Corey's, some of his videos and his pictures. Those are really cool.
The plane.
Yeah, when he's up in that plane.
He did it one time at night. I thought it was
Can you go live, Corey, whenever when you're in the sky? Can he? Have you noticed?
He's been live in the air.
I think he's been live too. That's a very unique skill that you have. But if you ever pay attention to pilots, they have this one thing in common. They're all very calm. They have a lot of poise, a lot of calmness. They don't get rattled. Would you want your pilot to get rattled? Why not?
He freaks out. I freak out.
Imagine that. Imagine if the pilot freaked out. Good morning, Mr. Moon God.
Good morning, sir.
Are you getting on the Facebook? Share my stream. I will watch my language this morning, Pastor.
Okay.
I'll put it out there right now. No cussing. Watch that cussing.
And you're
The
doing
more-
it live right now, okay.
All right, the morning grind. Thank you for getting on here. What should your target be in business? Every one of you people need to look at it like you're in business for yourself. Every one of you. So you can, I've got a business inside of John Jones' business. Do you understand that? You guys have a business inside this business. You need to look at it like that. And the reason why I want you to look at it like that is because I want you to take ownership in what you can accomplish.
I like that.
Corey Calvin, oh geez, you can go live. It's against FCC rules though. Huh. Well, we didn't see you go live up there.
FCC.
I didn't see you do that.
What does FCC mean?
Federal Communications, I don't know. Center, Commission, it's something. Van, can we go live with our drone?
Yeah, we could.
Got to be careful. But the reason why I want you to take personal responsibility in this being your business is because, like we're saying, and thank you, Moon Guy, for putting that back out there, it's taking ownership, accountability. And I was talking to a guy yesterday, good friend of mine. I'm going to say his name, Cousin Charlie. Cousin Charlie was over here, and I was talking to him about growing. Because I think you got to, unless you've just been exposed to growth in a company, I think somehow you got to get information. You got to get knowledge to put into place. I did it the wrong way for a long time. For 10 years, I was trying to grow a company the wrong way. My company, me. I think the U.S. Estimates are 30 million people out there have a small business. They're solopreneurs. A few people, 20% of those small businesses probably have more than themselves. Why would you want to start a company and you be the only person in the company? Why would you want to do that, Josh?
Because they're making more money.
Okay. So whenever people are thinking about growing their company, the first thing they're going to think about is, well, I can't afford to pay people.
You have so much money for yourself, too. They get greedy.
They get greedy. Well, it's probably a fear, or it's probably not having the right information. You grew up having Uncle Benji telling you how to get rich, or telling you his way. Is Uncle Benji rich?
I mean, yeah, he's pretty wealthy. I think. I hadn't talked to the dude in forever, but yeah.
We're just making Uncle Benji up. Is Uncle Benji, when he was giving you advice, was Uncle Benji rich?
Yes.
He was? Okay.
He's
Well,
very wealthy.
what's very wealthy?
He's probably sitting on $300,000 a year.
Okay, well, is that where you want to be? So you got to learn to take advice from people to where you want to get, because there's a lot of people that are going to give you advice. Like I give John Floyd advice, unsolicited advice. I'm giving John Jones unsolicited advice. Do you think they care about what I'm saying? See, they're just smart enough to know to not listen to what I'm saying. But what if you're young and impressionable and you're listening to Uncle Benji and Uncle Benji don't make that much money? You're going to grow up with a false narrative of what things are or what you need to do. And what I have found that works for me has been this one little secret. So what should your target be in business? I was talking to Cousin Charlie, and Cousin Charlie had a phenomenal year. Hey, can you get on and share, please? He had a phenomenal year in 2020. 2020 is over. I don't know why I keep saying this year. So now I'm looking at his business, and he's talking about how do I get back there? You know, how do I? I'm like, well, right now, Cousin Charlie, is your business, or is it productive right now? Is it working? He said no. Why was it not productive? What was his business doing? Exactly what he was doing. He is the business. If he's in here talking to me, it's not going anywhere.
It's a one-man show.
One man show. Why do you want to live like that? Why? Your target should not be, this is, if you're watching this, some of you may disagree with this, because I would have disagreed with this. I thought my target at first was to raise my income. If I was doing it all over again, my first target today would be, I need to save up money to hire somebody. My numbers would get up every single year, and they would cap out every single year. Your goal should be to get a partner with you. Get somebody that's working with you. Why are you sharing that to my message? You keep sending me messages. You're sharing it wrong.
Promoting it everywhere.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I shared it right. I don't know what happened when you messaged me.
Well, you've been sharing it to my message.
I checked
Yeah,
it
you
out.
should be. Carry on. Happy New Year, GTT and crew. Here's to having our best year ever. Congratulations on your best year, Carry on. But for me, I kept getting to these same levels. I was doing it all myself. But I said, you know what I'm going to do next year? What was I going to do next year back in 2005? How was I? Yeah. I was going to work harder. Working harder. Why do you want to work harder? Why do you want to make it harder? That's what we've been told. That's how we've been told to make it. That's been, Uncle Benji told me too. He told you something, then he told me, Tommy, you got to work harder. Working harder is just probably a fraction of what it takes. How about working strategically? How about introducing leverage? How about other ways to make more money? I worked a lot harder when I was making 1/10 of what I'm making now, by the way. What changed? Hired people. I hired people.
They're doing the work for you.
Well, it's not.
You're doing the work.
Well, it's a different strategy. Yeah. Now, good morning, Joy Calvin. I'm going to give you a call today. Joy Calvin's talking about this same thing. He sent me a text. I'm going to call him today, and we're going to talk about this. What I've got to do now is I've got to think big enough for what 13 people have to do today. Now, fortunate enough that a lot of those people just know. But some people don't know. They just got here. Some people just don't think. They're too young. Some people, I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, it's just, you just haven't been exposed to enough yet. And we can fix that over time. But I've got to make sure that it's more important now for me to make sure you guys know. How often am I asking you questions?
Every day, all day.
How often am I validating?
Every day.
See, Van, he still trusts y'all. He's still a little naive. Well, she's supposed to be doing that, or he's supposed to be doing that, or he knows to do that. Van, I know to not eat bad stuff. I know not to drink alcohol. I know not to cuss on this show when Moon Guy's in here. I know all these things. But that doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep asking these questions. Hey, do you know what to do? Do you know how to do this? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? Are they doing everything they're supposed to? Like Moon Guy said, that accountability thing is what really takes you from one level to a completely different level. Are you following what I'm saying? How often am I asking what you're doing?
Here, at night.
I'm always doing that because I want you. I'm trying to build this awareness inside of you. You need to be thinking without me asking. You ain't doing that enough yet. I'm asking myself, like, hey, what are they doing? What does this person need to be doing? Have I been giving this person over here enough attention? Have I talked to Cowboy enough? Have I talked to Ashley enough? Have I done these things? See, my goal, where my job gets hard, Josh, is my goal, my dream has to get so big, 13 of you can fit in there with me. If my dreams slow down, if my goals start, if I'm not paying attention enough for all of us, people start walking out the door because it ain't big enough for all of us. I gotta keep expanding. Some of you out there, you're focused. I was focused on the wrong thing for 10 years. I was focused on, I'm going to work harder. I'm going to sell more houses. That will fix everything. I'm going to come in and I'm going to sell more houses. That ain't going to fix your problem because everybody only has so much time in a day. How much time do we have in a day? How many hours?
24 hours.
24 hours a day. Can you add to it?
No.
You can. That's a little trick you can learn. You can add time by Lowrider, by Josh, by you. I'm adding time to what I can accomplish now by adding people. People look, and I did the same thing. I saved up. I remember whenever I hired my first person, I saved up enough money to where I could withstand probably about a year of paying her. And it didn't take long. Luckily, Katrina, when she came here, she was a very self-starter. She took a lot of things and she did it. And the first year my income went up. And it kept going up.
Because she took time, or she added more time to your day? Is that pretty much what you're saying?
Man, there's a lot of things that I don't want to do that I need to do.
Gotcha.
And guess what?
She did it.
I ain't going to do them. That's just, but I need to do more of the things I don't want to do. But if you want to expand, you need to find people that can do what you don't want to do. Now, people are going to say, well, you just need to do it. Well, how many times do you need to keep hearing that and you don't do it? I would rather find somebody to do the things I don't want to do. I would much rather do that. Carry on. So true. Think big and help others to think big, then start executing. See, one of my problems where I still struggle is I do a lot of things off the cuff by feeling. I ain't as prepared as I need to be. I need to really write down a format of what I want you guys to learn. I've learned a lot over the last year. I've learned a whole lot about what I need to be doing to help others. But your goal needs to be bigger than you.
Yeah.
If you really, really, really want to be happy and fulfilled and make more money and have more time, you really need to think I get excited about the fact that people come here and their life gets better. That's probably my favorite thing. And I see it, but I just see like a little baby glimpse of where it's going to get. Yeah, I look at how much money Steven and Shawan made this last year. They made a lot of money. They made a whole lot of money. And I can't take credit for that, but I feel like I played a part of helping them.
Yes.
I played a part. Now I'm going to see Drew make more money. I'm going to see you make more money. I'm going to see everybody make more money, and it's a lot more enjoyable when you're doing this with more people. Most people, including me, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I was just thinking about what could I do? What can I do to get to another level? There ain't no other level alone. Do you understand that? You're the same level. So your goal is really not to make more. I would rather have 25 people here. And then whenever I turn on how am I going to make more money, imagine if there's 25 people here, I can make a lot more money a lot faster. Can 25 people outwork me? I ain't the hardest working dude in show business. I ain't the hardest working guy you know, by the way. But I am the most willing person that most of you know to invest, to risk, to get us to the level. That's kind of my unique skill set is I'm willing to invest in people. And I'm willing to train people. And I'm really willing to pour into people, even if that means I'm going to go without. Because I went without a lot this year. Even though I bought, my new dream house, I still went without on some things. So, if you're somebody, whether you're like Carion, she ain't alone. One of the biggest, she's probably a top 15 producer of mortgages in the whole country. She's got a team. If you're somebody out there and you're doing mortgages and you want to get to another level, there is a secret that you could explore, because success leaves these little bitty clues. What I would tell you to do is do what Carrie Ann's doing. I was telling Cousin Charlie, I was showing him on the board how I make sense of this growth. Gary Ashton is a guy that I can't get time with. Gary Ashton is one of the top realtors in the world. I can't get time with him. I've tried. I've reached out to him, and I don't blame him. He probably don't want to help because we're kind of competitors in the same market. But I can see what he's doing. I can see how much money he has invested into his brand, into his advertising, into, he's got great people there. Johnny Lee, Deborah Beagle. Great people there. And I can just see what he's doing. I can witness it from afar. That's how I make sense. Like there's been times when I'm doing things when, did I say I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway? Well, maybe I got some new information that says, well, Gary Ashton's doing this. If he's doing it, it probably makes sense to consider. Find the people that you want to be like and copy their business plan. You don't have to reinvent this stuff. You've just got to be willing to take the risk. And I'm willing. It's a lot easier for me to bet on the team now than when there's 13 of us as to me betting on myself doing all this work. Everybody, have a great day.